They did not ask me to say this, but everyone's wearing crampons except for me, and I'm fine. I mean, I don't want to brag. They did not ask me to say this, but everyone's wearing crampons except for me, and I'm fine. So well, this is awkward. This is definitely a crampon situation. Oh my gosh, we were just lectured about the waves. I was like, oh, I've seen big waves before. These are wild.
Thor. Oh, Thor. He clearly loves his job.
Oh my gosh, our guide is hilarious. He is entertaining to say the least. I love his folklore stories.
Very much loves Iceland. I think Thor might love Iceland more than anyone I've ever met talking about the country that they live in.
He has a lot of like historical facts and knowledge. I definitely feel like I've learned a lot. It's because of him and his knowledge.
The passion from this man about this place, I don't think I've experienced anything like that. He has a story, he has a fact, he has a history of every place we've ever been. As he's driving and navigating these wild, wicked roads with like ice and snow and other cars, and somehow he doesn't have, I don't think he's using GPS or any kind of map. It's like all literally in his head.
There's all these little stone landmarks that he pointed out and, you know, told us like, hey, you know, like this thing up there, you know, that's shaped like two trolls kissing, like, and this is the story behind it. So I'm going to tell you that story before we get there, and then you can look back and you can see it.
And our troll, he took the first one. And he ate it, hop, 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 and the second one. There, to the right, there he is, the troll. You see, with a strange like feather in the back of his head, and the three-masted ship behind him. Yeah, I mean, it couldn't be anything else, could it?
Makes sense.
Okay, we are in the town of Vik, and we just stopped at a grocery store to grab lunch. We have a big day today. You know, one tricky thing for tourism this time of year is that the sun's only up for like 5 hours. So the time that we have during the day to see things in the daylight is limited. So we're making a quick stop. So we're gonna eat on the road so we can get everything in today. Have you ever done anything like this?
Nothing, ever like this.
Why not? What kept you from doing this?
Anxiety, fear, not thinking I was, probably not enough confidence in myself, not thinking I was capable of the physical. I mean, I've never gone outside my comfort zone like this before. This is out of my comfort zone for talking to strangers, for sharing a room with a stranger, for doing something outdoors like this, especially in the winter, for being on these roads when you're driving on these mountain roads going fast on the ice.
I was also a little bit nervous about like traveling with a group because I haven't done that in over 20 years. I consider myself like an extroverted introvert. And so for me, something like this is kind of perfect because you can be extroverted when you want to, get to know people, and I love that. But then you can also kind of like retreat and do things on your own when you want to. So it's a good mix of like being with the group, but also having some time to yourself if you need that.
Glacial lagoon. This is the biggest glacier, I'm pretty sure that's what he said. This is the biggest glacier in Iceland, and where it ends there is a lagoon with a very short river that goes into the sea. Oh, chunks of iceberg all over the beach. Here's a little one. And he just told us that this is likely snow that fell 1,000-ish years ago. Okay, if you can hear me, it's day 3. We've been driving for a few hours through the dark because we have a lot of driving to do, but we're making some stops. Our first stop, we are taking a short little hike to a waterfall. There's so many waterfalls here. Apparently this one, we might be able to walk behind the water, behind the waterfall. So stoked about that. It's cold. It's just below freezing. It's not that cold. But it is windy. It is windy. Oh, there, the wind died down. So we have a kind of chill day today. Like I said, we have a long drive, and then we are going to the Sky Lagoon today. And the Sky Lagoon is similar to the Blue Lagoon. The Blue Lagoon is closed because of all the volcanic activity here right now. So we're going to the Sky Lagoon. And then we have the evening to ourselves tonight in Reykjavik. We'll go get some food and stuff on our own. But let's go see this waterfall. I don't need more convincing than that. Still time, plenty of time. We just had lunch near Skógafoss, which brought back some complicated memories. And now we are at another waterfall. Apparently we might be able to go behind this one.
My son is a traveler. My son loves to travel. My son also loves me. And he wants a lot from me. He wants me to experience things, and he doesn't want me to just sit home. There's so much life out there. I was a single mom, and it was just him and I. And so he's off now and living in another state and doing his thing, and I'm proud of him and I love him to death. But he wants me to he wants me to become me. He wants me to find myself, because I've always been his mom. Like, who are you? Oh, that's Kevin's mom. You know, when he left for college at first, it was like, well, now who am I, right? I've always been Kevin's mom. Like, I don't even know my name barely. You know, people don't refer to me as who I am. They always refer to me as Kevin's mom. And so I struggled with that, because it was like, I don't know who else to be. You know, you're that for so many years. And then it's like, okay, well, now what, right? And William Shatner said in an interview that he did that as you grow older, and I am getting older, that as you grow older, you have to be both interested and interesting, right? And that's the only way you stay young. And it's so true. Like, and I thought to myself, well, you're neither. Like, at this, like, you have to figure out somehow to become that, right? You can't just sit home, because first of all, nobody's gonna knock on your door, right? You're just sitting home. But you gotta find something that interests you or sparks you, and it's hard to find that. It's hard to search for that and to find it and be open to it and be open to new experiences, and because it's scary, especially as you get older.
So these are Icelandic horses. I cannot remember. I'm sure they have a name more than I don't remember what their name is. But they do a really good job at protecting their bloodlines. The very few exceptions have been their genetics have been protected for, I don't remember how long, but a very, very long time. If they are taken out of the country for any reason, they cannot be brought in. So, all that to say, they do a lot to protect them. They're smaller horses, but do not insinuate to someone from Iceland that they are weak or cute. They're sturdy, and they're very strong, even though they're small and pretty cute. Wow! Look at your eyes, buddy. You are beautiful. What a looker! Damn. I didn't know they had dry bar in Iceland, but check out those blowouts. Killer blowout, girl. Oh, good morning. It's day, I don't even know what day it is. 4, I think. It's just a little chilly. Just a little. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's not even that cold. It's just windy. So we are in the middle of a lava field. We are going to a little waterfall, and this lava field up close. Can't really see it, but the ocean is over there.
I very much know where Jeff grew up and came from, but not only from his like family of origin, but like our town, which was so small and quaint, and just to see where he has come from, but also this role of like welcoming people from literally all walks of life, from probably all over the world, and how everyone comes for like one common goal to like do a thing together that likely a lot of people on the trip have never done before, and pushing everyone kind of out of their comfort zone in a way that just feels so fun for sure. And when I think of like Jeff in this position, it's like, of course, like this, I couldn't have written this job knowing him in high school because A, we didn't even have cell phones when we were back in high school. So this idea would not have been something that I would have written down. But like on this side of it, it's like literally, of course, like this feels like it was written for him.
Okay, we're at the ocean again. I'm not sure what we're going to look at. We're in a lava field. We're gonna go down to the beach. Apparently it's real pretty. Because all this other stuff is ugly, isn't it?
I think that my favorite thing is that parts of Iceland outside the city, right outside of Reykjavik, doesn't really look like it's our planet even. It looks like it is another planet, like it transports you into this ice age of just absolutely incredible. It's just, it's been breathtaking. And I keep taking all these pictures thinking, okay, these are gonna be, they don't do it justice. Like you can't even explain to somebody what, because it just all looks like white snow if you show somebody a picture. It's just been spectacular. I mean, it's just, yeah.
This place is for real like an artist's dream. Fog and light, golden hour. I have never ever seen landscape like this, ever in my whole life. I keep saying out loud, and I know internally, like, is this real life? Like, am I living this life? Like, the volcanic rock and the glaciers. I've never seen a glacier before. I've never seen a geyser. Just everything. I'm like, either I'm in a storybook or a movie, or I don't know. Is this heaven? I don't quite know. The scenery is literally breathtaking. One of my favorite things to do is literally just stare at the window and just like let my heart feel whatever it wants to feel. It's incredible.
Where are we tonight, and what's going on? Tell, like, what was dinner and.
So the honest question is, I don't really know, because it was dark when we got here, and it'll probably be dark when we leave in the morning. But it's like the place I've wanted most to get pictures of, because I would say I've never experienced anything like it, and it's wild to say this, but I've actually experienced the feeling of this place, wildly enough, in Jeff's house with his mom. The woman who owns this place and runs it is literally incredible. It's kind of like bed and breakfast / wilderness. Like there's a glacier right outside my door, I think. If I hadn't experienced life at Jeff's house with his mom, I would have had no context for whatever I just experienced. But since I have, I felt like I stepped back into his home. And then I got to sit by Jeff at dinner, and it really felt like, yeah, it really weirdly like felt like home. And here we are, like all the way across the world in freaking Iceland. But this woman had this spread of the most delicious food. By far my favorite food of all the trip, and I've never had anything I didn't like on this trip. And she made literally way too much food. Her motto is like, you can't leave here hungry, which is for sure Jeff's mom's motto at her house too. Everything Jeff's mom made was really good too. We all sat along this really long table, which was really wonderful. Here, I think since we're in someone's home, it just feels so different. It's been really special. I really like it. I'll never forget it.
This place was incredible. Hands down, my favorite place we stayed. Was it the nicest? It wasn't the nicest. Definitely it was not. It was great. It's not nice. I don't even know what I'm saying. But like the experience, the people, like to get to meet that whole family, like have Icelandic food, hear the kids talk, like it was hands down. Hands down. They also do horseback riding. So if you're here a different time of year and you like horses, the stables are just up there. The only thing that was disappointing was that it was dark the whole time we were here. So, you know, of course it's Iceland, so you can't probably see it, but we can see the mountains. But obviously it would be different in the daylight. But this was really special. Okay, the group yesterday, they ran off the road and had to be pulled out and everything, and that's why they're still here. The woman who cooked for us, she's a school bus driver. She also ran off the road. So needless to say, conditions have been a little dodgy. The weather is no joke here in the winter, and we don't have four-wheel drive. So the van is stuck. When we arrived yesterday at 7 p.m., there was a group here, and we were told that they were the lunch group who was still here. But Thor, our guide, he did it. I think we're out of it.
Come on now.
This trip was more than I ever could have imagined it to be. It turned out to be an Icelandic road trip, which I didn't even realize it was going to be, and it has been, and I love a good road trip. So it has been, it's just been the most wonderful experience of my life. I think that it's changed the belief I have in myself. I think that I am way more capable of doing a lot of things, even the small things, right? I think I'm way more capable than I've ever given myself credit for. Physically, emotionally, I think that, I think it does change a lot.
Okay, so we have stopped at Kurama Hot Springs, and this is...
I feel like I've kind of observed Jeff's life a little bit from afar, especially over these last 20 years.
This is apparently the strongest hot spring in the world. I believe it. Oh, wow. Oh, you ready?
But it's been really, really fun just to watch his development as a person and him pursuing his creative interests with such vigor.
So again, we are seeing greenhouses near these hot springs. One of the reasons is because they use the hot water to heat the greenhouses. They pump it through to control the temperature, just like they do in the houses. So, pretty cool.
It's been truly a joy to witness this side of him on this trip, to see parts of his parents come out in him in such natural ways, with how he is so welcoming and inclusive and warm. I know his life is an entertainer and has been. I feel like that's one word I could describe Jeff from probably some of my earliest memories of just laughter, a lot of laughter around Jeff. His zest for life, I feel like, has encouraged me to strive for stuff that I probably wouldn't have otherwise. It's like when people ask me what he does for a living, or like, who are you going with, or like, how do you know him? I'm like, wait, what? Like what does he do? Like, if people who try to define him, and that's even like a story for his own life, but it's like, you can't really define Jeff. He kind of defines himself in his own way, and it's really cool.
Want to watch another video? Click here. Want to learn more about my upcoming trips? Click here. Want to subscribe and like all my videos and turn those bell notifications on?